Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations, a podcast by Practical E-Commerce.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations by Practical E-Commerce. My name is Kerry Murdoch. In an e-commerce world that is seemingly dominated by Amazon, our guest today has just moved his company's products away from that marketplace. He's now focused on selling through his own website, and sales have greatly increased. He's Eric Banholtz, founder of Beardbrand, and he's with us today. Well, Eric, welcome to E-Commerce Conversations.
Thanks, Kerry, man. I'm so excited to be on here and tell our story.
Eric, we're looking forward to visiting with you about your recent decision to migrate your company's products off Amazon. Before we do that, tell us about your company, Beardbrand. When was it started? You're the founder of Beardbrand, of course. When did you launch the company? What do you sell? That sort of thing.
Cool. Yeah. So the Beardbrand story, I'd like to say, kind of goes back before it even started, when I was a financial advisor and was kind of forced to look a certain way and dress a certain way, behave a certain way. And I always felt like I was putting on a shell or a ruse of being someone who I wasn't. So I stopped working as a financial advisor and I decided to grow my beard out. And when I grew my beard out, I'm still this business professional, right? But a lot of people would stereotype me as Grizzly Adams or ZZ Top or like an outdoorsman. And all these guys are cool, but like they weren't me. And what I realized was, after attending an event, meeting like-minded people and similar styled people, I realized there was a community of individuals like me, and I would go on to call them urban beardsmen. And Beardbrand was going to be the organization that united urban beardsmen and really gave them the tools that they needed to feel confident about being themselves and really rocking the look that they wanted to rock. So Beardbrand over the years has evolved into many different things. It started off as a blog and a YouTube channel and a Tumblr page. And then we brought in, of course, the e-commerce element to it, as why I'm on this show. And we do that by manufacturing and designing our own men's grooming products. That is for your beard, for your hair, for your skin, anything that you could imagine a dude would need to improve their look, their style, and then hopefully their investment in their self is going to allow them to invest in their family and their careers and their community and ultimately make the world a better place.
When did you launch the company?
So the community side of things started in 2012, and then we started the business in 2013, and we're an entirely bootstrapped organization as well. So it's me and my two business partners, my two co-founders. And then we're totally just funded through our profits.
That's cool. So we're here today to visit about a decision that you've made that certainly goes against the grain of what we typically hear at Practical E-Commerce. And your decision was to not sell your products on Amazon, or to move the products off Amazon. And yeah, we're anxious to looking forward to visiting with you about that. Tell us about the decision. When did you make the decision? Why did you decide to do that?
Yeah, Kerry. So as you may know, I'm a pretty regular networker as well, and it seems like every entrepreneur in the e-commerce space that I tell we're getting off Amazon or thinking about getting off Amazon or we're no longer on Amazon, they look at me like I'm flat out crazy. Like we're just like driving our company into the ground and losing millions of dollars of revenue, and all of that may be true, but we made this decision. So again, I'm going to give you a little bit more history. So
Okay.
Probably back in 2013, 2014, we gave ourselves the first attempt of selling on Amazon directly. And we did it, and we would sell a little bit, but it made up no more than 10% of our business at the time. And the thing that I hated, as a very philosophically driven person, is the way that Amazon communicates with their resellers. So I would get these emails threatening us with like terminating our accounts and being very aggressive when we were dealing with growing pains. Specifically, let's say we sold out of one of our products, we would proactively reach out to our customers and offer them an upgrade product or a free gift with purchase, or something else to kind of make up for our stocking issues. And a lot of those customers would be like, no, that's fine, I'll just wait. And of course, Amazon's not very happy with waiting. They want everything to go out now, even if a customer's okay with waiting. So after doing all that we could to deliver an amazing experience on Amazon, which I feel like we did, we had really good metrics. I just didn't like the way they communicated with me. So one of my policies in life or philosophies is like, I don't take shit and I don't give shit, right? So if someone's going to be an ass to me, like, I don't have to put myself in that environment. I don't have to take that abuse, and I'm just going to go off and do something else. So we did that, and we weren't really on Amazon for a while. And then all these networking events, again, they're like, you got to get on Amazon, got to get on Amazon. And it's never been a thing that we've done well. So what we ended up doing was working with a reseller whose whole business is selling on Amazon. And we would treat them like any of our other wholesalers. So it wasn't like a fundamental addition to our business where you have, your Amazon sales channel, your direct sales channel, and then, your retailer sales channel. So we still just had two sales channels. So we did that for a couple of years, and we're able to gather some good data on what our products were doing on Amazon. And it generated a fair amount of revenue for us. I would say probably at the time, it would have been maybe around 12 to 13% of our revenue. But keep in mind that we're selling to them at a wholesale price, not at the Amazon retail price.
Okay, yeah.
And then it was in January of this year that, after going to all these networking events, I was like, okay, we're going to try Amazon, and we're going to do it right. We're going to hire someone. We're going to amp up our Amazon game, and we're going to, make millions of dollars like everyone else is doing on Amazon. So, I'm just kind of rambling here.
That was January of this year that you decided.
Yeah. So that was January of this year. So after, kind of an on and off relationship with Amazon over the years, January this year, we decided that we're going to go all into Amazon. And what happened is, during that process, we told our resellers, we said, hey, look, we're going to bring this in-house. We're no longer going to fulfill any more orders that you guys place. No other retailers were allowed to sell our products on Amazon, and we were going to bring that in-house. So they had a little bit of time where they could sell through their items, but that went pretty quickly. And the challenge was we couldn't hire the right person. We couldn't find the right team member to join our team to fill that role. So, January turned into February and turned into March. And then at our March quarterly strategy session, after never hiring the person to run our Amazon platform, we kind of took a step back and actually started to look at the data of what was going on with our business. And that's when we found some interesting things.
So did you have all your products, everything that was on your website, was it also available on Amazon?
All of our products, no, we would just limit it to our core line, which was our silver line. Amazon did not have access to our gold line.
Okay. You alluded to metrics, looking at metrics. What metrics are you referring to there?
I mean, it's kind of like this founder, the top line metric is usually the most important one, and then napkin math can kind of get me to the realities of the situation. But For us to feel confident with this decision, if we just pulled off Amazon and we wanted to break even, so the products we were moving to our wholesalers to have that same number of revenue, we had to do about 10% increase year over year to break even.
Okay.
The other metric that we would consider is, well, that's the wholesale price. So what we were really missing out on was the retail price. So essentially, if you doubled that, was a 20% increase year over year. So if we increased our sales 20% year over year on our store, then by my accounts, that was break even, and we could kind of work from there. If we're doing less than that, then I would probably say we need to stay on Amazon and really try to find that right person.
So if you were able to increase sales on your own site, is what you're referring to.
Right.
Yeah.
So from a year over year basis, so if Beardbrand.com increased by that difference, then it would have been a good decision for us. So when I started digging into the numbers and I looked at it, January ended up being 36% higher year over year. So not only did we, do break even, not only were we doing better than we would have been if we were just selling the products to our wholesalers, and not only would we have been doing better than assuming we collected all the revenue that our wholesalers were doing, we also went 16% beyond that. So to me, it was like a crystal clear decision that being on Amazon was actually detrimental to our business.
You referred in the blog post, and I should tell listeners, Eric wrote an interesting blog post about this a couple of days ago in May here on his site beardbrand.com. Eric, you said in your blog post that you couldn't deliver the experience that you wanted on Amazon. What were you referring to there in terms of the experience?
Well, going back to being a bootstrapped organization, I have to constantly remind myself that we're dealing with scarce resources, right? And a lot of entrepreneurs I know, myself included, have the whole shiny object syndrome. And it's like, oh yeah, I want to develop 100 products and I want to sell on 100 different channels and I want to, do all these new initiatives. But the reality is I only have a team of 20 people here, and we only have access to so much capital and we only have so much time. So we have to focus on the things that we do well, and we have to make the things that we do well better to bring value to the world. So the way I look at Amazon is, if you want to be good at Amazon, you really have to understand Amazon. You have to be good at it. And it's never been a core competency of ours. We've never been like a really data-driven marketing company, like a sales and discount company, and manipulation of pricing of your products, like begging for reviews or bribing for reviews. Like, we've never done any of that stuff. So we would have to invest a lot of resources into it, whether it be time or money or personnel, to be able to learn those and to grow those. And all that time and energy and investment could be going to doing the things that we currently do well but better, and building the steam off of those platforms. So when you remind yourself you're dealing with scarce resources, you want to put all your energy to whatever has the most lubrication, whatever is the easiest, whatever is going to just like flow with your business organizational needs. And how we're built internally, it made sense for us to invest on Beardbrand.com and then to improve the things we're doing. So how do we have better packaging experience? How do we have a better unboxing experience? How do we have a better customer experience across the board? How do we, focus on new products and roll out new products rather than trying to tackle a new sales channel?
And to summarize what you were saying about metrics earlier, you were achieving the growth. When you were looking at the numbers, you were achieving the growth that you wanted on Beardbrand.com. by doing everything that you just suggested.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
Yep.
data. I'll be the first to admit and recognize that data is muddy, right? Because it's not like the only thing that we changed in our business was we turned Amazon off. We also, are working on Facebook campaigns and email marketing tactics and, YouTube videos and blog articles. All these have an effect on it. So it's not to say we turned off Amazon and then automatically we saw a 36% increase. Like there's a lot of factors that go into that, and I understand that. But what we like to see is more of like directional movement and kind of use that to really dive into the data if we have to. But if we don't have to, then use that directional data to simply move forward and focus on the things that kind of like from a gut perspective you believe are going to help the business.
So you shifted from Amazon, you went up by 36% on your own website. Am I understanding that?
Yeah, well, it was 36% in January, 41% in February, 80% in March, and 86% in April.
Wow.
So I have a suspicion that a lot of people who were buying our products on Amazon, first of all, they were searching for Beardbrand on Amazon. And when they would find Beardbrand, they would be searching for like one particular product. Let's say like our Tree Ranger beard oil. They'd search for it, they'd find it, and then Amazon is recommending, millions of other different companies and products. So they would grab, John Doe beard comb and, Jane Dill beard wash and on and on. But now when they go to Amazon and they see they can't get the Tree Ranger beard oil there, then they're like, okay, well, I got to go to beardbrand.com.
Yep.
And they go to beardbrand.com. They're like, oh, they have Tree Ranger styling balm and Tree Ranger utility balm and Tree Ranger beard wash and software. And they're like, rather than just going to Amazon and buying that one product, I suspect that they're coming to Beardbrand and acting like any of our other Beardbrand customers and ending up buying 2 or 3 different products. So the average order value, I suspect, is significantly higher on beardbrand.com versus Amazon, but we may be dealing with the same amount of customers.
Yeah. You alluded to marketing methods that you use to steer traffic to beardbrand.com. Could you talk about that a little bit more? Now that you're not on Amazon, so a lot of merchants would say, I can't get visitors. I can't get people to come to my site. How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that's the challenge that all of us e-commerce people are trying to figure out and trying to master. And my mind's always turning to how we can generate an audience over the long period of time. What kind of investment strategies can we do that are going to be sustainable from a marketing perspective? And for us, that meant investing on YouTube and doing a lot of educational and entertainment style videos to help our audience become more knowledgeable. And we believe when they become more knowledgeable, they'll see the value of our products versus maybe inferior products on the marketplace at a lower price. And that's done very well for us. So, one of the examples of doing something we do well but better, last year we had about 250,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Wow. And we made the decision to do that but better. And for us, that meant from going from 4 videos a week to 7 videos a week. And over the course of the year, we've added another 400,000 subscribers. So our YouTube channel is now up to 650,000 subscribers, and we're generating about 6 or 7 million views a month on our content. So to me, like, that's a lot of branding, it's a lot of education, and it's a lot of imprint that's really going to be helpful to establish not just visitors to the website, but to attract loyalty to your brand and to bring goodwill into the world as well, because the majority of the people who watch our videos never buy from us and never give us a penny.
That is amazing. The numbers you just cited, that's incredible. Do you produce those in-house? Do you do all that in-house yourself?
Yeah, the reality is if you want to make YouTube a core marketing strategy for you, you can't outsource it. the majority of video production houses don't understand the YouTube algorithm, and they don't understand the world of YouTube. Um, and then the other thing is video production is incredibly expensive if you have to pay someone else to do it. So if you can do it in-house, you're going to be able to make it more profitable, more efficient. But it is going to be a longer time frame to learn and understand. Video is not easy, as you may know, or as you may guess. So, I mean, we've been doing it since 2012, and we've produced some really bad videos over the years, but it allowed us to grow and to learn and to produce, better videos.
So you said 20, you've got 20 people there. How many of those folks work on your video on your YouTube channel?
So we have a full-time video editor, and then we have a person that wears multiple hats. He's part influencer, part face of the brand, and then he also will film a bunch of our videos as well. And then we have a social media coordinator who will help communicate our videos. But and then of course I still do videos as well. So what is that, like maybe like 3 or 2.5 full-time people, something like that.
So you've pulled off Amazon. You're selling on your site. Is that the only place that you're selling? Do you have any other channel that you're selling products on?
Yeah, we break our business up into direct to consumer on beardbrand.com, and then we call them our accounts or wholesale accounts. So we work with many smaller barbershop salons, specialty retail stores, as well as we have one major account in Target. So we're in all the Targets, and then a scattering of independent shops as well.
Could you tell us a rough percentage of how much of your business comes from those wholesale channels versus direct to consumer on your website?
Yeah, so with Target coming on board, it dramatically shifted our revenue streams, and I would say it's about a 50-50 split now between direct and then working with Target and our retailers.
All of the products, if I recall, you manufacture yourself. You have custom manufactured for your company.
Yeah, so we're not doing any private labeling. We're not reselling any products at the current time. So we will design them here in Austin and formulate them, and then we'll work with whatever appropriate manufacturer to make sure they get done and to our specifications.
Eric, we hear, as you do, we hear from merchants frequently who say that they feel, which you've alluded to this already, but they feel somewhat forced to sell on Amazon, that they don't feel like they have a choice. That's where the consumer is. So you've taken this brave decision not to do that. What do you tell fellow merchants who feel somewhat trapped by selling on the marketplace?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's for a lot of people, the reality is you have to be on Amazon because you either haven't developed those branding skills in-house or unique product offering in-house. You're just a mass e-commerce business selling very similar products on Amazon. That's going to be very challenging to begin. But if you want to be away from the thumb of Amazon, then what you need to do is you have to design and develop your own custom products. But even more so than that, you have to build a brand and a vision and a mission that is bigger than the products themselves. What are you doing to make the world a better place, and how are you empowering your customers and your audience? And once you can figure that out, then the products will just come in and they'll be part of that mission. If you don't know how to have a mission and if you don't know how to have core values, then it's probably not going to be a good idea to pull off of Amazon, because those who are going to be successful are going to be the companies that are standing for something more than just getting the cheapest products or the best value from a pure product standpoint.
We have just another minute or so. Anything else on your mind today?
Yeah, I think it's as the founder and one of the decision makers here, like it's a very challenging decision to make. And what we started to do is we looked up to companies who we strongly admired, and we utilized that as inspiration. So companies in our space like Aesop and Glossier for women's, and then outside of our space, companies like Allbirds and Bombas Socks, all these major e-commerce companies who are doing something amazing, who have premium products. None of them have their products on Amazon. And I think that's kind of telling us that if you really are able to bring some value to the world, like you don't have to go to Amazon, and customers will buy direct from the source, and they will buy in brands that they believe in. So just seeing the jump in our numbers is just, to me, reassurance that there are people out there who, believe it or not, don't want to buy on Amazon. And, you're missing out on those people by just focusing on Amazon. Yep. And you can let your thousands of competitors on Amazon all battle each other to make a penny and drive their margins down to zero. Or you can, build your own little island that's more stable and it has more conviction and has more stability and longevity, in my personal opinion.
Well, for purposes of our listeners, I've been visiting with Eric Banholtz. Eric is the founder of Beardbrand.com. That's an Austin, Texas-based company. Beardbrand.com focuses on men's grooming products, beard products in particular. And Eric, we want to thank you for your time today, sir.
Oh, man, thanks for having me and let me share our experiences with Amazon. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.